What's up, guys? Welcome back to the In the Studio, the podcast, season 2, episode 3, I think is what we're on. Today we're talking about Horror Fest and video challenges and film challenges and, videos as a whole. So,
almost like that's what our program does.
Yeah, kind of like the video production program.
Yeah.
Yesterday, which is Monday, September 29th, as of recording this, the prompts dropped for Horror Fest, which is a yearly challenge put on by Student TV Network, or SDN for short. And it's this 60-second film challenge. You have 60 seconds of video, total video, and you get a month to make one, and it's supposed to be like a horror film.
Yeah. Basically, every year they come out with new prompts. They kind of talk about, there's usually a plot rule, a theme. Sometimes they'll have like cinematography rules. Every once in a while they might throw in some stuff like you have to have a certain piece of dialogue, whatever. It's kind of randomized. Like each year they kind of switch up what they want to put in the prompts, but usually there's at least 3 key details that they want you to include. So like last year's was technology is evil. That was our theme. I don't remember the other specific things that they tried to get us.
If you wanted characters to communicate with each other, they had to be through some form of technology.
Yeah.
And
that was interesting to try and do. But this year's prompts are, the theme is folklore, which I think is
that's the plot rule. There's 3 rules for this year.
Yeah. So then I'm just reading it on my phone. James, don't be mad at me. But the plot rule is that all films must incorporate an actual ghost story, folklore, legend, or myth from your city, region, or state. And they must all be true. Like you can't just make something up and be like, this is what I put in my film. And the judges might actually even ask you for proof. Like, hey, where did you see this at? Like, even if it's just some Wikipedia website, as long as it's something saying like, this is actually out there, like we didn't just create this, then you have to put that in your film. And then our cinematography rule this year is you have to have a wide shot where a figure is almost hidden in the landscape. And then our last one is a production rule, which is nature is a border that cannot be crossed without devastating results, which I feel like is a little tricky to try and do. I'm not sure what they're
I talked to our mentor, really guide, the one at the head of this program. I don't know if you know him, Mr. Hag. And he surely made a note about how they weren't trying to be literal with this, and they wanted us to take it on more of an idea kind of approach. Really didn't help at all, but I guess I will have to figure it out,
The only way that it makes sense in my brain is if you're taking it exactly literal. I don't know how else to even make sense of what they're trying to ask for.
I really don't get it. I'm getting it as like I'm not telling you because we're on opposite teams. So you'll see at the viewing for Horror Fest. Another great thing about like this national challenge, but also that we're able to reach out to local schools. So schools that participate in Northwest High School Film Festival things, like those schools in our region, we try to also have a viewing for our Horror Fest as just our local schools. So Mount Si and Tahoma are the 2 main ones, and then we communicate with other schools, and if they want to show up, they can. And we'll have this again this year sometime at the end of the month, and it'll be held in North Bend. All are welcome.
All are welcome for free.
Yeah. Did I mention how little it is? It's free. All are welcome.
At the North Bend movie theater.
Yeah, everyone is welcome.
So if you're looking to support some of your local high school student filmmakers on a whatever night this would be, potentially a Thursday or Friday night usually is what it is, show up to the North Bend movie theater for free.
Yeah, get a little bit of a fright out,
Get a little popcorn for like $5.
Yeah. Listen to some funny jokes from our master of ceremonies.
Watch some peak cinema for free.
Yeah.
And then you get to vote too. I think isn't there an audience choice?
There will be an audience choice, a judge's choice, and judge's choices are based off of high school alumni. I think
every school. So usually we have 3 judges. Like last year, the 3 schools that got together were us, Tahoma, Mount Si, and I think Newport, and there might have been another school, but I think those were the main 3. Yeah. So our main 3 judges last year were 1 alumni from Mount Si, 1 alumni from Tahoma, and then an alumni from Newport. So we try and always do that every single time we have these viewings with Mount Si and other schools involved, just so that there's equal representation across the board, which is awesome. Yeah. So
well, not
you
for
should,
us, but it's awesome, I guess.
But a little bit about HorrorFest too is that because it's a part of an SDN challenge, we do a little bit of SDN challenges. We do probably like 10 different challenges across the course of our year in video production. HorrorFest is always our first one that we get to do, so it's kind of a cool one to try and introduce some of the newer people in our video production program, kind of get them used to how things work. And what's really nice about HorrorFest is that it's actually the whole month of October. So starting yesterday, Monday, all the way until October 24th, when our videos are due, we have this entire month to plan, film, edit, whereas a lot of the other stuff that we're doing, it's usually just like a 60-hour challenge or a 24-hour or 48-hour. But with HorrorFest, it's nice because we get a little bit of leniency.
It's really, really awesome because we're so early in the program, especially if this is your first time taking an advanced class at the high school or other programs like that at other high schools. It gives you such a large amount of time. And also, it's a month and we're so early in the school year, you do get kind of loaded. Yeah. It gives you plenty of time to think. And it's also, you definitely want to do a whole lot more than you're allowed to because you're only allowed 60 seconds of actual footage.
Yeah.
So you really try to cram that stuff down and come up with like good ideas that are really going to like scare you in 60 seconds.
Yeah. Another thing about how HorrorFest works is, again, because it's with STN, STN is it's like a national thing across the whole US. Like there's different sections of it. There's different competitions. There's even more stuff about STN that we don't always get be a part of as a program. But there's so much more to that. I don't know what you would call it, like organization, I guess. Yeah. That HorrorFest is actually, it is across the nation. So there is like a more national competition. We do it more at a locally. So like we've already mentioned, we do like kind of against Mount Si, Newport. Although if we do end up having someone that's like, wow, this is actually like really, really good work, we can absolutely submit anybody's work in the program to the national competition and they can potentially get some like really cool recognition from that. So even though we are doing this locally, HorrorFest is actually a national competition. There's different levels, I guess, that you could say to HorrorFest. And that's pretty true with a lot of the things we do. Like we do, there's just a challenge that's just called STN challenge that I think is a 48-hour challenge. That one usually is a pretty, one of our more prestigious, I guess, competitions where usually it's mainly just seniors that get to do that because there's only one group of people and there's very limited spots. But all the other video contests we do are usually like we have at least 10 to 12 groups that are competing, all of which that have like 6 people involved. So competitions are definitely fun. They get competitive.
Competitions are awesome. And STN is awesome, and they split high schools into 3 different divisions. And based on how experienced the program as a whole is, we are obviously in Division 1, which is the advanced program, because we have been a part of this, doing video production for 20 plus years at this point.
Yippee.
Yeah.
Go Tahoma.
We're very lucky.
Yeah.
But also that means that we're not competing against high schools that just started their own video production program. We're leveling the playing field a little bit, which, lucky for them.
A lot more competitive, but that's part of the fun. It's part of the creativity. It challenges you to do cooler things.
The whole 60 seconds thing.
Yeah.
And like folklore. I've been busy working hard,
Studying.
I have studied. I don't think we mentioned this, but folklore for the plot. Folklore has to be specific to within your state boundaries.
Yeah.
Can't just be anywhere.
It could be, your state, city, or region, but like I can't just pull some random lore that could be based in Oregon or Texas. It has to be from Washington. So there's been a lot of jokes about how many Bigfoot videos are we going to see this year. How many Bigfoot stuff?
And also Bat Squatch or something. Maybe Mel's Hole.
Yeah, I don't really know. That's kind of the tricky part for this year is that I'm not sure like what legends and folklore we have around here. Like you kind of have to get a little more creative with it.
As a state has been way too recent just simply because we're on the western side of the country and colonialism and stuff. That took way too long before anyone got to the west side.
A little historical.
Yeah, and there's not that many people who live in Washington State, like 9 9 million, I think is what we're at. So I don't.
There's not really any, like,
who is coming up with fairy tales and legends and myths?
And also, if we're talking about Bigfoot, that's not just Washington. That's a whole
No.
PNW thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what people come up with this year. I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of people that are going to be reaching for things that are going to be like, that was a little far of a reach. I don't think that's a real thing, but
No, probably not.
we'll see what people do. It'll be
And if you're interested,
cool
come by to Northman Theater and come to our screening.
if you're interested.
I can feel the interest through the camera right now.
Yeah,
I feel all of you really want to
you
come.
gotta hype the pro, is what we say.
Yeah.
on
Be
the
bear, be
Instagram.
square.
Be bear, be square. If you're not around, then you're not bear. So don't be square.
You better be bear and not blue. No. Better to be bear than blue
I don't know.
because you're sad and alone.
I've never heard that reference, but what he said.
Yeah.
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 I think that kind of concludes our yap about Horror Fest. But this month will be interesting. I'm excited to see where everybody's projects are going to go, what creativity is going to spark. I'm excited to see what Mount Si does. They usually always have pretty interesting horror films to watch.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Even Newport and I think maybe even Issaquah might be getting involved this year. But we'll see.
Yeah,
It'll be fun. So come support. And make sure to follow our Tahoma video production Instagram. It's at Tahoma_vid_pro. Or you could just search up Tahoma Vid Pro. You'll be able to find it pretty easy. All of our information about the actual date, time, and whatever about the viewing will be posted on there. As well as more information, more prompt stuff that it's been posted on the VidPro account. So if you ever like, what about that Horror Fest thing? Just go look on our Instagram. It'll be posted there. So keep in touch.
Well, thanks for watching another In the Studio the Podcast episode.
Yeah.
See you
in
next
another
one.
week.
Oh, wait, snap.